Financial disclaimer. The information provided in this stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional financial or investment advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the content presented here is based on our personal opinions and experiences. Investing in stocks and other financial instruments involves risk, including the potential loss of capital. Any investment decisions you make are solely your own responsibility, and you should conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment choices. The content we share on this stream may not be accurate, complete, or up to date. Market conditions and financial regulations can change rapidly, and we cannot guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information presented. We do not endorse or promote any specific stocks, companies, or investment strategies. Any actions you take based on the content of this stream are at your own risk, and we will not be held liable for any losses or damages that may occur as a result. Always remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and no investment is guaranteed to be profitable. Make informed decisions and consider your risk tolerance before investing any funds. By accessing and using this stream, you acknowledge and agree that we are not responsible for any investment decisions you make as a result of the content presented. You are encouraged to seek advice from qualified financial professionals for personalized guidance. Please invest responsibly, and only with money you can afford to lose.
Hey man, just found the next guaranteed multi-bagger.
Hey man, you found another one? What is it this time?
Come check this out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Redneck Johnny here. It's another Thursday. It's so bad weather outside. It's been raining all day. And it's cold, but we are surviving because look here, BNED up almost 10% today. So the question now is like we are sniffing the $1 mark, right? It's getting close now, and maybe tomorrow it will even break above it. Who knows? But it has been a good week for BNED. And just like we need to be transparent at this stream, and we try to be that all the time. And I am added a bit to my position on Monday this week, and I got in. I'm pretty happy with my entry then on the purchase this week. And after that, it has gone up from like 0.78 to now 0.96. So yeah, it looks good, looks promising, and I don't know why it's up. If it's you know, if it's connected to the transcripts that has come out. There's a lot of people talking on them on the article to Courage, and you know, we talk about it here. Not that we get the word out or anything like that, but there's a lot of interest amongst the people who are paying attention, at least. And I'm assuming that other people also that you don't notice are you know, reading stuff that are on the forums and on Seeking Alpha and stuff like that. But it wasn't so much new information in those transcripts. But there has been a new finding, I think, an interpretation of what they are talking about, and I think Ranger Dane did a good job walking you through it on his stream on Tuesday. So I'm not planning to like repeat everything that he said there. You can go and watch his stream if you are curious. I think he had some issues with the sound, so if you want to watch that stream, you should fast forward around like half an hour into the stream. He goes through BNED properly. Yeah, I think he had a good update there. I can like recap it. Like the short version is that there is some wording there and some follow-up questions and some they try to clarify a little bit of a sentence there in the legislation document that says that I don't know the exact word. Is it institutions? Let me check. So yeah, institutions. They have pointed it out here in the comments. here, this part. Must provide a way for students who are eligible for Title IV HEA funds to obtain or purchase by the 7th day of a payment period, books and supplies. So must provide a way. That's like the new thing that they're talking about, and this is for opt-in. That they might change it if it goes for opt-in. And then the question is, of course, if all the institutions needs to have an offer similar to First Day Complete or something like that, that is also bullish for BNED, you know. So I know Ranger Dane was explaining very good on the stream that he was pretty excited about all this news and the development in the story here, and I must say I'm too. And I also, before I knew this, actually I had transferred all money to purchase some more because I felt it was trading around 80 cents, and I felt like I should get another purchase in before it might go up again. And then I saw this, and I bought at the first opportunity that I had. I bought pretty close to the market opening on Monday. So yeah, I'm also pretty excited about this, and I think there's a lot of catalysts here now. And maybe what's sailing up as the biggest risk right now is like someone coming in and buy them up for, you know, cheaper than maybe what the potential upside can be if they are never bought up. So, but who knows? Maybe we are overlooking something, and there's some details or something that we don't understand. But yeah, I obviously don't think so. When we speak about it so much, there's a reason that we bought into this, you know. So. But who knows where this will end. So far looks pretty promising for this week at least. And also this news, like if all the institution has to provide the students for option to like a model, like the First Day Complete, BNED, you know, they are already established in a lot of university, but by the way, they have room for growth anyways. And if you read the conference call, that's a point that the CEO has made multiple times, that they are working on getting into more universities every time. So and you know, the earnings are coming up soon. I think maybe we didn't get news today, I think, but maybe tomorrow they will announce a date for the earnings. And yeah, who knows what happens if they come with some good earnings, you know. And yeah, let's wait and see. But so far so good, and this just keeps getting, like, the options keeps getting a bit better in my opinion. So yeah, Dane and I will of course go through it a little bit more on Saturday, when we also have the full story of this week and what will happen tomorrow. Maybe there's some news tomorrow as well that we can go through, you know. Maybe there's some. But if you haven't looked yet, check this article out. Check out the comment sections. There's almost 300 comments now, I think. And there's a lot of scenarios that are being painted here, which they all make sense. But who knows how which route this will take? And you know, everyone here can be wrong also. That can happen, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I mean, it says in the document, must provide a way for students to obtain or purchase. And then he got this is what the BLCM is talking about here. He got a follow-up question, which is, if you don't speak English, this is pretty, you know, pretty wordy, and I don't really understand the question, but I've been reading this and I've been talking to Dane about it, and they have tried to explain to me, like, laid it out. So I think the response here is more the important thing, which pretty much confirms that they're with an opt-in scenario, they have like taken care of what they are discussing, you know. So yeah, interesting development, and the videos are also out, by the way. If you go to the page and you go to February here, transcript and recordings, you can you can go in and watch the videos, which is a bit more helpful in terms of actually watching them speak and see how they say things rather than just to read about it. So I think I haven't watched the videos yet, but I know Dane has managed to, I think so, he has managed to sign up for the next session to watch the videos. So maybe we can speak a little bit about that also on Saturday, you know. But yeah, good stuff. 10% almost. Look here, 9.5. It's pretty good, and I think you take the whole week, you know, it's a pretty good gain for the week. Bit down off the market, I see, but I don't really pay attention to that. It's a lot down now, actually. Let's see tomorrow. It just keeps going. Either way, keep in mind on Monday was at 0.78. And I saw, by the way, also we need to say that even if it's up, the volume wasn't the highest today. So you see the average is like it's half of the average volume today. So it wasn't like that Friday by any stretch, you know. The Friday when it went up 50% and then down to 7 or whatever it was. Look at the volume at that day. Here, 8 million. And today was 600. Oh, the number of the devil. I don't know how to read into that. Anyways, 8 million and today 666. So it's not like it was a crazy amount of volume or anything like that. But okay. Seems good so far. Look at this stuff with the after hours. But this can be one guy or a few people purchasing. I'm not paying too much attention to that. Here is the document that they have changed a little bit about. I'm not going to do anything. The link is here if you want to check it out for yourself. Also, the BLCM, he has provided a link in the article here. So if you just press that, you get sent directly to the document. So, of course, you should read through this on your own. There's some new things here. And maybe we're missing something, so feel free to read it and point out stuff to us that we might miss. We are very interested to hear about that, because the change which is said here must provide a way. That has been in the documents all the time, but we have just not, at least me and Dane, we have not like focused on it, and we didn't completely miss it, because we read it, but we missed that. You know, what made it more clear here now was that this woman was asking, and then she received some answers that made the whole thing a bit more interesting. But this was not a part of the change. So feel free to read through it and, you know, comment. Maybe we are overlooking something that you can point out to us. We would appreciate that. But yeah, I'm not going to go through that document today. You can read it on your own. We can skip into the dashboard because there's been some movements today. I saw there's a lot of green stuff in the risk column. AMD up also 9%. I see Bitcoin still going 60 now. Look at this chart. Still not owning. Looks very bullish. And Bitcoin is more than 50% of the entire crypto market. So when they are dragging it up. And what did Nvidia do today? Still up. Look at these charts. What can you do here? All you can do here is the regret you didn't go in down here. Insane. And don't speak bad about the robots. I don't dare to speak bad about the robots. You see robotics up also. It's crazy, this AI thing that is going on now. Let's see where that ends. And you know, with the chips and everything. Let me know in the comments if you have a chip. If you have like what do you say, like a how do you say it, implant, a chip implant. Let me know how that is, how that works. Other, I saw sugar was a bit down. I saw lithium up, gold miners up, solar, coal. I think I've already pulled up a silver company today that I'm gonna go through. And as always, feel free to send some tickers in the chat if you are tagging along today. Towel value 3% down. That's a big move for them. Corn bit down. You know, we are checking ALTO 2 weeks till the ALTO reports. I think they are reporting 14th of March. So I saw Justin was tweeting something today also. Yeah, he was tweeting something about this article about ADM that had a great section on the future of renewable ethanol that he feels like is also valid for ALTO. And he also said that they were leaving out this special aviation fuel, which is a big deal. So interesting stuff. And you know, it's not 2 weeks. I'm waiting for that report. I'm prepared to be disappointed after last time, but I'm also a bit hopeful that they can deliver. Yeah, and he's been updating on the crush margins and stuff like that. He remains bullish, it seems like. Which is, of course, just as a big owner here, he has his own solid articles and overview of the entire industry and company. So what he says matters, at least to me. He seems to be, and okay, he was a bit wrong on the Q3 like everyone else. He wasn't wrong, he just didn't, he was not aware of what had happened, which no one was. I don't think it was wrong, the information was correct, you know, but because we didn't have the full picture, you can call it to be wrong, but I don't think it was wrong in that regard. So of course what he says, and you can, if you follow his Twitter, you will be very good updated on the ALTO situation. So corn, yeah, you can see a bit up here, but down today. Nothing too, you know, it's been going down for a while, so maybe a bit of sort, maybe it's pulling up again. What else do you care about here? Yeah, I saw some home builders and stuff like that in the daily movers. I think I pulled one of them up so we can go through it. And what is lumber doing then? Bit sideways. Also from October a bit up, like everything else. Yeah, as always, I'm a bit late sometimes for the stream because I have to spend a little bit of time updating the sheets. And what I do is like I quickly go through the daily movers an hour or so before I start to stream, just to see it, just to prepare a little bit to see what's moving and stuff like that. But I always want to go back and check if there was something I missed in that last hour. So you will see me do this every stream, I think, when we do the normal type of research. But I don't see. I saw some insider buys. Nova, I don't have accurate numbers there. And then some down here. There was another one earlier, but it has been dragged out again. TRS, I think I pulled them up. Let me check. Yeah, TRS. UPLD, we have done them. Have them in tracker. Here's BNED. BNED in the daily. 10%. Some REITs. See some REITs here is last time. Titan, I think I have them up already. Media company, we have checked out so many of them and they look so similar, a lot of them, with a very heavy depth. I don't think I see anything new here. These are the ones I have been pulling up already, so we could just move into the fundamental sheet. And starting with TRS today. TRS down 8% today. I'm just gonna read it because I saw I have no room for it here. So I'm just gonna read the whole thing here. Engaged in design, development, manufacture and sale of products for consumer products, aerospace and industrial markets worldwide. It operates through 3 segments: packaging, aerospace and specialty products. The packaging segment offers dispensing products such as foaming and sanitizer pumps, lotion and hand soap pumps, beverage dispenser, perfume sprayers and nasal and trigger sprays, polymeric and steel caps and closures comprising food lids, flip top and beverage closer, child resistant caps. So they do a lot of things. The aerospace segment provides fasteners, collars, blind bolts, rivets, ducting and connectors for air management systems and other highly machined parts of the components to original equipment manufacturers, supply chain distributors and tier 1 suppliers, as well as maintenance, repair and overhaul. The specialty product segment offers steel cylinder for use in the transportation, storage and dispensing of compressed gases and natural gas powered wellhead engines, compressors and replacements, parts of oil and natural gas. They do a lot of things though. So and I saw they were trading close to the 52-week low, 4% close, and it looked good on a lot of these multiples and metrics. 4%, which is why they are being pulled up, you know. if you look at the conditional formatting here, it says that they have been buying back a little bit share, but you see the actual number is the same, so I don't think they bought back that much. And pretty stable revenue, right? Seems to be for quite some time. Pretty, what do you call it? Like it's not growing, but it's also not going down. Some of the margins a bit up and down, you see. These are 3-year averages. Capex is up and the revenue is a bit down, plus the margins, some of them are a bit down. But they do have some cash to cover the short-term debt at least. $26 million and just 9 in short term. But they do come across as levered in my sheet, so the sheet dilutes it a bit. You see it trades at $23 right now and book value is at 16, and tangible book is much lower at 3. We can go and check what's on the balance sheet here. But I just saw the cash generation, which is positive on all these years, you know. So that's good, but I would want to see it a bit higher, to be honest. With that, with it trading, I know it's close to the 52-week low, but it's still trading at 23.5. So I would want a little bit more cash generation here. They paid some kind of dividend now, 16 cents. I have to look through that. Earnings positive, also on a 3-year average. But I still feel, and they are doing acquisitions. And you see book value a little bit up, I guess. But pretty. It's not moving too much, is it? Maybe they should cut out some of the business and focus more on certain fields. They have taken on a little bit of debt also in the last years, which they have just kept steady here. I still think, even though this trades close to 52-week low, I still feel like it's a bit too high here. What is the chart doing? Yeah, so it went up to 40 almost here. That's some time ago now. And this big drop. You can kind of see that here around 22. Maybe you can find some resistance. No, I used the words wrong, not resistance, support, I guess. But see, if this continue to breaks down, it will take out the 52-week low, and then it can fall below 20 even, I guess, before it gets sold or anything like that. And never really got that high. That was in 2021. Bit better earnings in that year. And what are people writing about this? 8% down today. Oh, there's not a lot of comments. Almost no comments on anything. And look at these articles. They are very also not a lot of people are interested in this. But there's a lot of news today. They missed. That's why they are down. Earnings miss. Then there's a presentation and just a transcript, but no comments though. And the last article is from more than a year ago. And he had a hold rating back then, and it has dropped 25%. Yeah, unable to show sustainable growth. That's what we saw, right? They haven't grown revenue, and they haven't really grown book value either. And what was on the books? Because the tangible book was substantially lower than book value. They have some cash. A lot of goodwill, other intangibles. Just I don't include them in my calculations, to be honest. $400 million in long term. Yeah, not too impressive. So that this is a year ago, so it didn't seem to have that much effect on it. 20 to 40, yeah, we saw that. Uninspired. There is literally no one speaking about this. Are people talking about it on Twitter or something? Nah, nothing. And on the fundamentals, this doesn't look so. I just want to read a little bit more on the article, but I think I'm just going to skip this one. 3 divisions. I think maybe they are focusing on too many things. 60% of sales are the packaging unit. Yeah, no comments. It's a bit when this is so steady, everything's so steady that they haven't paid a dividend. But they probably not been in a position where they can do that. So that would definitely, in a company like this, attract more buyers, I bet. Capex a bit up here. There's stuff that I don't like in this one. Moving along, I don't find it so interesting. Even though it trades close to the 52-week low, I need to have it cheaper. Even. Let's move on then. TWI. So TWI is a holding company engaged in the manufacture of wheels, tires, and undercarriage industrial. It operates through the following segments: agriculture, earth moving and construction, and consumer. The agriculture segment manufactures rims, wheels, and tires for use in various agriculture and forestry equipment, including tractors, combined skidders, plows, planters, and irrigation equipment. The earth moving and construction segment produces rims, wheels, and tires for various types of off-the-road earth moving, mining, military, and construction equipment, including skid steers, aerial lifts, cranes, graders, levelers, scrapers, self-propelled shovels, loaders, articulated dump trucks, load transporters, haul trucks, and backhoe loaders, crawler tractors. There's a lot of machinery, but they do the tires, right? The consumer segments manufacture truck tires in Latin America and light truck tires in Russia. and offers select products for turf and golf cart applications. Okay, so all company that has been around for a long time. And I see the revenue. They have a market cap of roughly 800 million. And I see the revenue. And the revenue is almost 2 billion, and been in that range for the last 2 years. You can see that the margin has increased, which is a good sign. Trades at 12, almost $13, and the book value is almost 7. So it trades above the book. And this year has generated some decent cash, actually. 3 in operating cash flow and 2.26 in free cash flow. There are no dividend, earnings close to $2 this year, so they seems to me like they've had a good year this year. And they are trading like in the middle range in terms of the 52-week time period. It's down almost 10% today. I'm assuming there's another earnings miss. Yeah, earnings transcript. And they've done an acquisition of almost 300 million cash and stock deal. So they are stockholders been diluted today. Maybe that doesn't show up in my sheet. So we need to check that out. And they beat earnings but missed on revenues. Maury Taylor looked at this group in 2012, was not impressed with factories in TN. Outdoor power equipment is a horse market that TWI will compete against Maury's late brother's business in Rome, GA. Still a solid opportunity heading into earnings. Market conditions are improving, but it would be wise to wait. He had a hold rating in November. And this Daniel Jones guy is writing on them quite a bit. So a hold rating, and it's almost not fallen anything. Was there no comments on that one? There's comments on this one now. Yeah, what do you think about the deal announced earlier today? So there's been an acquisition today. TWI is set for further declines in revenue. Their hold on the OEM tire business is weakening based on recent farm shows. Trelleborg and Michelin showed 46-inch tires that compete with the LSW offering by Titan. Mita's brand tires were also very popular on the OEM equipment. Loss of the OEM position eventually will impact the potential for the replacement market. Also troubling is the full year 2024 forecast of lower equipment units. It's not good for Titan on the wheel side. So Titan International shares have seen upside of 20% since September, nearly doubling the performance of S&P 500. Despite worsening fundamental conditions, the company remains of high quality and shares are still cheap enough to justify continued upside. So we had a buy rating and it's almost down 10%. That's from today though. This is in spite of the high likelihood that the industry will continue to push pain onto the business. I'm more interested about this acquisition at this point because they bought it with stock as well. Thursday announced the acquisition of Carlstar Group for approximately 300 million in a cash and stock deal, expanding its existing wheel tire assembly capabilities. The purchase price of approximately 296 million consisted of 127 million of cash and 169 million of TWI equity. The transaction price represents a multiple of approximately 4 times Carlstar. Carlstar, which operates 3 manufacturers in the USA and 1 in China, is a global, yeah. How much? There's 192 in cash. What did they say they bought on with the cash? 127. Okay. So the market obviously didn't like. They had a earnings beat on the report, but they missed on revenue, and I guess it's 10% down because of the dilution here from that acquisition. I would have to do some calculations, and like either way, I would prefer to wait here to see how this will affect all the numbers. You see that on the average, the margins are up, but pretty well on the cash generation side. It's a bit up on the single years as well, but the other ones are pretty sideways, you know. And but I like I do like this year and the performance this year. Operating cash flow $3, 2.26 on free cash flow, and then they make an acquisition, but. They were talking a little bit on the few comments that were there that maybe the acquisitions haven't it's not so good. This is from September. Okay. And who owns this? MHR, that's... I think I've seen them before. Big firm. Invest in distressed and non-value middle market companies and assets across a variety of industry. They didn't have so much debt, did they? And they show up as safe here. And I guess they didn't take off debt on that acquisition, but as long as this you know, my sheet usually calculate if they are levered, it issues shares, but it doesn't do that here. But it should it has been already diluted from that deal that was going through today, so the numbers will look different. So this is a wait and see for me anyways. I'm not gonna add this to the tracker. But right now, like based on these now, if you discount the dilution and everything, I can see this moving up towards, you know, maybe 20. 17 to 20. Just based on this 2023 numbers. Even if the cash generation is up, the revenue is a bit down and the capex up. Yeah. I know this is 22, but it got up to around 20. And the other top here is 17, so... which isn't a massive upside, you know, but that's why I would, that's why I'm saying I would want to wait here and see, and hopefully, if it would be interesting at some point, I will need it cheaper, much cheaper than this. So I'm not gonna add it to the tracker. But it has had some good years here on the operating cash flow. Slightly negative here on net cash flow 7-year average. I don't see too much right now. No insiders, just a bunch of sales. Big ones down here, oh, well, that's years and years ago. All right, let's move on. PAAS. I think that's the silver company. And these are in my tracker sheet, I think. Yeah, I have them there in the tracker. So a big jump in... Hold on. Oh yeah. Big jump in revenue, but also a big jump in the share count. It's a pretty big dilution from 22 to 23. Book value is a little bit up. I see they are paying the dividend, and I'm a bit surprised that you see capex is fairly high, and if this is I forgot to read the description. Pan American Silver Corp engages in operation, development, and exploration of silver and gold producing properties and assets. It operates through the silver and gold segments. The company was so and is based in Canada. So highly cyclical, right? And let's just check here on the dash what silver are doing. A little bit sideways, right? But you have had some of these spikes up. 1 year ago it was at 18. But I guess it's moving like sideways in this box right now. So let's do this. You know, and right now it's close to the bottom line here, but it doesn't necessarily mean something. Right now it's bouncing a bit around here. And this looks bearish for last year. Same has some spikes. I guess is this is the same period 1 year ago. Yeah, I guess a little bit later. Well, it didn't go a lot up. And then from December now looks very bearish. And this actually trades close to the 52-week low, 2% from it. And I don't have the insider data because it's Canadian. very little operating cash flow compared to previous years, and negative free cash flow. You can see also the capex is up, right? They do pay the dividend, which I don't like here, with negative earnings also on the 3-year average. They have taken on a lot of debt, and you see they have bought something here. They have bought some, probably some mines or equipment, you know, I don't know, which they seems to have financed with actually a lot of debt. They come across as levered. It doesn't issue a ton of shares, but a little bit. And keep in mind then that they have already issued a ton of shares. So this is on top of that. So I must say I have them in the tracker. I don't know when I added them. But right now for me that didn't look too interesting. And also pay attention to the market cap, 4.5 billion. Usually that's a bit high for me. But I don't. It doesn't mean that I never look at the companies in that size. But usually it's a bit high. I added them in August 2022, so I've been tracking them for a while. And you saw when I added them, they were worth $17. Now it's 12, so it hasn't been too big of moves, you know. So I had added them in 22. So I was looking at the stuff up until here, which you see the share count was substantially lower. Let's check what the... Can I see the owners even though it's a Canadian one? Yeah, I think so. I don't see too many. I see a lot of banks and stuff like that. Oh, I see a comment. Hi Johnny, first time catching live. Somehow my BNED searches brought you fellas to a feed. Cheers. Welcome. How do I pronounce that nickname? Aini. You need to correct me if I'm wrong. Aini. Ini. I don't know. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But awesome that you are here for BNED. Let me know. Let me know if you have some comments about BNED. I don't know if you were here when I went through a little bit on the updates on BNED in the beginning of the stream. But we are following BNED very closely, and we have been for quite some time now. We obviously like it. We are actually very excited about the development here now, and we are both adding recently, you know. So let me know if you have some comments or questions about it, and feel free to share your knowledge about BNED. It would be very interesting to have a conversation with fellow BNED owners in the stream, you know. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. But BNED looks really good right now, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see the earnings report. Or first, we need to see when it comes. But it's coming in March, so I'm hoping for some good numbers there. Nice to see you. First time, nice to see you. I hope you stick around. And by the way, if you don't know the stream, I'm Redneck Johnny. I do the streams usually on Thursday, and then we have Ranger Dane who usually do them on Tuesdays, and then we do one together on Saturday. And I bet on this coming Saturday we will go through BNED together. So if you want to tune in then too, feel free to come in and join us and have a conversation about them. yeah. Now I'm just talking about this Pan American Silver Corp. I added them in 22, so it looked a little bit different then. But that's why you track things. You get cheaper, and at a certain point, it's interesting, you know. And I think I had like a. It has to go down to 10, I said back then, for me to get interested, and of course it never did. You know, this is still not cheap enough, and I have to be honest. Like, this looks a bit worse than when I added them, in my opinion, right now. But let's check what the. Did we check the articles? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm out. Sorry, everyone. I'm a bit tired today. I had an early dentist appointment, so I had to go up early. I'm a bit tired, but it's all good. All good. Yeah, we haven't checked them, right? A lot of comments, though. A lot of people opposite to the other ones we have checked. There's a lot of comments on these ones. This guy has a strong sell rating, and then we have a strong, not a strong hold, but a hold rating. And then we have buy rating. So we have a little bit of everything, and these are all from 2024. So let's just check some comments here. Yeah, they're talking about like the cycles and everything like that you get with these miners. But I want to check that acquisition. Oh, sorry. It was in 2023. There's been a sale. We didn't see that in my sheet. Here seems like a news about something. Pan American Silver's Yamana takeover clears fan hurdle. Said Friday has completed acquisition of Yamana Gold following the sale by Yamana of its Canadian assets, including interest in the Canadian Malartic mine to Agnico Eagle Mines. The deal adds 4 producing mines to it, so this is probably it, right? So these are obviously thinking long term, a bit opposite to usually our style. We can be also long term. It depends on what you mean about long term. But seems to me like here you should think more long term than what we usually deal in. It's not like anything that I'm going to remove it from track, but for me it looks a little bit less interesting right now than what it did when I added it. They do have control of the depth, I feel like, but so that's probably maybe they took on shares and depth to buy all those mines then. I guess that's what happened. And then we saw silver trading a bit sideways. So nah, not interesting for me. I'm not gonna. I pulled it up because it's close to the 52-week low. I saw it in the tracker. So and then you saw it. I have it set like the conditional formatting. I have it set so it shows up like bright green if it's I can't remember exactly, but it's a certain percentage to the price I set. And I saw this one Where is it? You see, it lights up light green. So it's getting close to what I set, you know. But it's still not there, and I still need to get it more cheap than 10, I think, based on this new development. But I think if you look long term here, there is potential, but like it's not really the style that I usually deal in. It's a bit big as well. I saw the updates on BNED at the start of stream. Nice. I don't think I have anything to add, just that it seems to me that the downside risk is as big as the market thinks. Ini is a misspell of... Is it whiny? Whiny. Sorry, my English is not my first language, so sometimes you have to... It's not as big. Yeah, I understood. So is it whiny? Am I pronouncing that correct? But yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. The downside, like it's priced for bankruptcy, right? The market, yeah, thank you. The market price it for bankruptcy right now, and we can pull up the chart, right? Hold on. And we have gone through this before on the streams, but on this drop went up to 230, and then that article came out that they had some legislation change, and then the market was like down, which has created this massive opportunity the way we see it. And I agree with you that the market think this potentially is a bit more risky than what I think it is, at least. And right now I think they are pricing in bankruptcy down here, and I don't think... Of course, it needs to prove to us that they can continue to generate cash and everything, but I think that was an overreaction, because as we read these transcripts and update ourselves on the development from the politicians and everything like that, we see that there are possibilities for, even now with the opt-in scenario, that can be hugely beneficial for BNED. If all the institutions need to provide an opportunity for students to buy books with like a first day complete model, then BNED is already established there and will probably take more market share, you know, because they have a massive growth opportunity as well, because they are not in too many, they are in a lot of universities, but there's still room for massive growth there. And I'm not saying they're going to do all of the universities, but they are saying themselves that they are working on a lot of them. So yeah, even with the opt-in model now, it starts to be a bit exciting, you know. And the opt-out model is still much the same as we have gone through in previous streams, that if they keep the opt-out model, which it seems like they will right now, because there's not consensus of the decisions. There's 5 or 6 people, I think 6 people, that voted with a thumb down in the last call. So they don't agree at all right now, and then it can drag on till the end of the year, that whole process. And I think if they don't agree, it will just end being as it is right now. And keep in mind, with the report that's coming, the opt-out model has existed all the time. So it's going to be interesting to see the free cash flow that they have generated in this quarter as well. I think they did a good job explaining like the scenarios for the reports on his last stream. So if you haven't watched him speak about it on Tuesday, I suggest you go and watch him again. And I promise you we will talk more about it on Saturday. But yeah, I completely agree that the downside risk seems a bit blown out of proportions here. Of course there are risks. There's always a risk here, and we can be wrong, all of us. I just don't think so. So I added on Monday. But of course, do your own. I have to say it all the time. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. Don't listen to us. I've been wrong in the past. So this is not investment advice or anything like that. But yeah, the goal is to get a conversation going. So I'm happy that you are tuning in, Winey. Hope to see you on Saturday as well. So you start to follow us a bit and can participate in the chat here. Hey Max, I see you. Welcome to the stream today, Max. Hope you're doing well. Did I tell you that the guy on the Y sheets, he got back to me and promised me to add the ticker you were asking about from that German company. So I haven't checked if they have added it yet, but I think they will do it in the coming weeks, you know. So we can pull it up maybe a bit later again. Yeah, but it looks promising, and of course, you saw it almost 10% up today. Yes, you told last stream. Yeah, I know. I'm doing fine, and you? Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm a bit tired today. I was up early. I had a dentist appointment, so I'm a bit tired. It's almost midnight here where I live, but it's all good. We're doing some stock research. How are you, Max? I hope you're not driving again. Okay, this silver Panamaker Silver Corp. I'm moving on. I don't think it's too exciting at this level, but long term could be a place to park some cash. You know. Keep in mind they probably used up some of this stuff for the acquisition. Oh no, no, we figured out the acquisition, right? I'm confusing with some of the other tickers. Anyways. LC, let's go to LC. Max saying the same here. I'm tired as well. Not driving today. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear, Max. How's Germany these days? Well, I like Germany. Maybe if BNED works out, you know, we will come. We will come and join you on Oktoberfest, Max. All right. So LC, Lancy Homes provides building construction services. It has developed homes and communities in New York, Boston, New Jersey, Arizona. So residential building construction, real estate construction. They are actually trading 1% to their 52 high. So they are a bit high off. If you look at the chart here, 15% up today. So that's something. Look at this chart. Went up from 4.5 to 12.5, and then it went massively down again to 7, straight up, and now look at this. You think it will continue? Could continue. 15% up today. Let's they must have an earnings beat something, right? Beats by 9 cents. That was today. In Texas. They didn't say Texas here, did they? Oh yeah, they did. Florida and Texas. Gold Panda, okay, he's writing a lot about them. He has changed his thesis also quite a few times. Gold Panda is following these closely. Few comments. Let's check his buy article first. Some analysts have a $16 price target, okay. What do we see here though? Trades has 13. Some good operating cash flow. Look at the capex, it's very small, so they generate a lot of free cash flow as well. Started with some kind of dividend, positive earnings, also on the 3-year average. They had an acquisition last year. That's what they do, right? They buy probably lands and develop them. Some cash on the books. It trades below book value right now. Margins, look at the thin margins though. And okay, they are up, some of them, but the cash operating free is down. This is on 3-year average, and we don't have that much data here, you know. They've been buying back some shares, a bit decline in revenue. Show us as levered, but they don't issue shares. So let's check the single years. It's a bit down, but like we saw, it's some of them are up. Taken on a lot of debt recently, and the short-term debt is 317 million, and they only have 221 on in cash. So how are they going to manage that debt? Let's check when it's due then. Senior notes, line of credit. $2026, the credit agreement, and then notes 2028. Okay, so they have some time. What is the short term that I get? And is that is this one? When is that due? Oh, here, and here it says an extension of the maturity date to October 2025. So that's it's classified, and I just read this one. Modified to extend the maturity date and now matures in 2036. So they moved it back. They moved it back 1 year, so this is not correct then. So I have some time to pay that off. 6% in short interest. So they are not, I don't know this company, so there's some comments saying they are not buying great homes here. Management aggressively buying back stock. Did we see that? Yeah, we saw that. Again, with some comments about poor quality. One of the developments in Florida, per the local news, has real quality problems, including septic tank overflows. So that's not good. We hear some comments about the... Yeah, and this guy's talking about margins. Remember, we saw that a bit thin, the margins, so you know, they can fumble a bit if they trip here. But a good year now. 15% up today. Market cap 500 million. It's in a good spot in terms of what I usually like. And what's the share buyback program? Here. Max, what are you saying? That would be great, drinking some 1 liter beers to get on Oktoberfest. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I've seen some videos of those Oktoberfest. They look a bit crazy. Clancy said that through participation in the offering, it intends to repurchase up to 800,000 of the initial number of shares to be sold by selling stock or at a per share price equal to public per share offering price. All right. I think I need more here. It's not cheap enough. Obviously, 15% up. I would prefer pullback before. But how can you deal with this chart though? Can just continue this, but you see it's 1% at the high, 52-week high. I need it to be a bit lower, to be honest, to be interested here. This guy bought at 7.5. Pretty good buys too, both of them. But it's a while ago. Oh, they own 77%. Who else own this? Can't find them. Anyways, they own 70% insiders, almost 80% actually. That's the guy who purchased. They repurchased more than 1 million shares. Six transformative acquisitions. So these must be those, right? California and Florida are their biggest revenue bringers. Yeah, we have seen this. All right. I need more. I'm not gonna add this to the tracker either. I'm a bit scared of, like, the chart looks amazing and it can go further up. I'm a bit scared of the margins, that they are a bit thin. I like the repurchase of shares, and I do like the last year in terms of cash generation, but are they going to continue to deliver these kind of results and even grow them? That's going to be something to look out for. They have had some acquisitions in the past years here, so it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. I think they push back the debt, so I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about it, but they don't have too much cash here, so okay, they are repurchasing, but maybe they have to dilute in the future sometimes. I don't know. I think it seems to me like they have a plan in place for the debt, and that they think they will be able to pay it off eventually. But it is a bit high, and you know, if this was 2025, that would be very worrisome right now. Yeah, but I'm not finding this too attractive at these levels. And of course, 15% up, I would need a big pullback actually. Let's go to RDUS, RDUS, I think. It's steel production. What's steel production, Max? Something that I looked at or what? And by the way, feel free to throw in some tickers today as well. So what's going on here? RDUS seems to have been some merger. Look at this. Definitely something going on here, you know. Seems like a merger of some kind. But then after that, big revenue growth. They come across as levered, which is not unusual in the things we look at, but they do pay down some of the debt. Short term is 26 million. They don't have cash right now, so I would have to look into what that is. And they are paying a dividend, which has grown a lot actually in the last days. They're not earning money, and the numbers are a bit messed up because of this history. And I saw that here up the ticker is RDUS, but here it says Schnitzer Steel Industries. So Max, Thyssenkrupp, is that the pronunciation? I'm not sure what you refer to be honest. Is that the TKA? Oh, you throw me a ticker. I can pull them up. Also Germany, I assume. Yeah, here I have them. I have this one. I might not have the insider data. Because they are German, but maybe you can provide us with some links or something that I can check out there, Max. I'm just gonna finish with this RDUS first. And you see book value, it's something weird going on here. Look at the increase. and in pretty good cash generation this year, but how can I trust these numbers? Let's check. I need some help here from Seeking Alpha, I think. Falling after rebrand. There's a rebrand, okay. Schnitzer steel industry just for a high current valuation. Radius Recycling has experienced management and strong balance sheet, but there are risks related to commodity prices, the strength of the dollar, and potential impairments. Shares trading below 23, blah, blah, blah. To generate normal free cash flow $1.50 to $2.3 per share during upcycle years. Just reading through this because I don't know. There's something weird here going on. Not weird, but there was a rebranding, right? Management owns a lot, he says. I don't see the same, but what is this guy saying? 3rd of January. Whoa, I forgot I even wrote this. You forgot that you wrote an article on a company. I hope someone read this and bought the shares at 23 because I certainly didn't. Anyways, RDUS reports tomorrow and I'll share my thoughts here. He must write a lot then if he forgets that he has been writing. He has written 5 articles and he forgets that he's writing one. I don't believe that. I guess he was like happy that it was spiking up here, but then maybe he sold. I don't know. He wrote a hold rating here, so he went up there. And then obviously down again. No. I don't think they are. I don't think they are something that I will continue with. What was it, Max? TK, but it was TKA.de. You need to have on because of the dot. It turns out to be a link in my sheet, so I don't get a lot of the information here, Max, which sucks a bit. But I get the numbers. You need to help me a bit here because I think this is in German currency. And just let me know if you have done some research on them. I saw you mentioned the inside buys, but I don't think I get those in the links here because it's a German company. And I don't even see the current price. 473. But this is where it gets a bit tricky. That's in dollars, right? And if I don't, these numbers, I highly doubt they are, you know, they are in total revenue 36. Oh yeah, okay, I see. So they are probably correct, but my sheet has not converted them. Usually when it's 36 million, it just said 36 here. So my sheet is blowing up the numbers, you know. I sent the link, but it's getting deleted. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's some setting we have on that prevent us from sharing links. I don't know. Google search, yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you mean here. This sucks though, I don't get to see the numbers. But they had a lot in February. Yeah, a lot too. What has it done now? Has dropped a fair bit. They started to add here and have added all the way down. Seems like down to 431. And do you know, gotta go sleep. I'll try to catch you live on Saturday. Okay, Winey, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Have a good night's sleep. Thanks for tuning in, man. Do you know any of these people, Max? Are these well-known people in Germany, or? I must say I struggle a bit with interpreting the numbers I get here in my sheet, because I don't know what it compares it to in terms of the price and everything like that. Yeah, I don't know, Max. I don't know if I can help you too much with this one. So I'm sorry again. I've tried for some foreign companies, but it messes up the data in my sheet a little bit, so it puts me off a little bit. I tend to deal in like United States companies and you know, Canada. Definitely something I will work on moving forward. At least that's like loosely planned in my head, that I should maybe build the sheet so that it doesn't confuse me so much when there's foreign companies, that I can convert the numbers or something like that. I know Dane converts everything into US dollars, and I mean they have done that here too, but even still my sheet shows up, instead of 36 here, it shows up 36.696, you know, which is a much higher number. And then I don't know, I can understand if everything's like that, it doesn't matter, but that's what I don't know. So I'm a bit it's a bit hard for me to just trust what I see here. No problem, I didn't do much research because I got no time this week. It's okay, because I got so many buys. Yeah, and I saw the buys. I agree with you, that's a lot. And they've been buying like regularly also on the way down here, all the way to 431. Oh, cool. Okay, we didn't find so much today, but we have done some research, and we got a little bit of update on BNED. And Dane will join me on Saturday for a new stream. And I hope BNED will perform tomorrow as well. And maybe will we see that $1 mark and that it breaks above it. Hopefully can this week, like tomorrow. But I think I will end the stream here tonight. It was a bit shorter than what I usually do, but I have to apologize. I'm a bit tired today, so and we have gone through the companies that I wanted to. So I think I will just say enjoy your day and night wherever you are, and I will see you with Dane on Saturday, I think. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We have reached more than 100 subscribers now. We are very grateful for that. We okay, 100 subscribers it's not like the biggest thing in the world, but we didn't believe that we could ever do that. So we are very happy about you guys tuning in and subscribing, and I hope we will see more of you in the chat eventually, and if we can bounce ideas of each other and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, thank you, Max. Thanks for tuning in. It's so nice to see you here regularly. So really appreciate you spending your time with us, you know. And I hope you find it valuable as well. All right, see you on Saturday, and enjoy your day. See ya.